Hi everyone, and welcome to another Doctor Who character building figure review by me, Meg Schultz, and today I'll be reviewing one of the common figures in Series 1 of the Doctor Who character building line, and this is the Cyberman. Now, I would say this is from the Pandora Opens, but seeing as it doesn't have a arm weapon on its left arm, it makes it more of a Series 2 standard Cyberman figure. Now, I got this figure from Asda recently for around £1.99. I think it's a really nice little figure, and I shall be talking about it in quite a lot of detail in a minute. But first of all, I'm going to quickly go over the packaging again. Okay, so the packaging for this figure is standard. It's exactly the same as the packaging on all the other character building figures. You've got pictures of the Series 1 figures on the front and the new Doctor Who logo, and then on the back you've got helpful product and company information. And also you get a leaflet telling you how rare or common the figures you are getting are. And that is pretty much it for the packaging. So this is how the Cyberman comes in his packet. He comes in 3 pieces, one of which is the waist and the legs, one of which is the head, and the other being the torso and arms. And also with this figure you get a Doctor Who Series 5 logo style display stand for the figure to prevent it falling over and to make it look good when it's on display. Okay, so now I'm going to put the figure together and review it. Now we'll start by taking a look at the detail on the sculpting of this figure. Now I think the sculpting of this figure is very good. The sculpting for the body and legs is just exactly the same as the sculpts for the other humanoid figures in the character building line, so it doesn't have the Cyberman gun arm, which I would have liked to have seen on this figure, but it still is really good, and I think they've done a fantastic job of the head sculpt. It's very detailed and very highly accurate. Got those really nicely painted dark Cyberman teardrop eyes there, and lots of different sections all over the head, and those classic Cyberman handlebars on top of the head, which we have seen on most, if not all, of the Cyberman designs over the years. It's got some really good detail on the torso as well. You've got the Cybus logo there, and also various sections of the body, and also some wires connecting other parts of the body together. Now, this bit on the torso I think is absolutely brilliant. Makes the figure look very accurate and very highly detailed. But unfortunately, there is no other detail around the body. You've just got the detail on the head sculpt, the detail on the torso, and that's it. You've not got any of the other detail on the back, nor on the rest of the body. So in terms of detail, this is a pretty good figure. I think they've done a really good job of making the head sculpt. It certainly looks very accurate to the heads of the new series Cybermen, and I think the detail on the torso is an excellent feature. But I do think this figure would have been a bit better if they added some more detail on the rest of the body, because elsewhere it just looks quite dull, and I think if it was a bit more detailed, I would have liked having this figure in my collection a lot more. And now I'm going to take a look at this Cyberman figure's articulation. Now his head can turn 360 degrees, it can also pop off, so if you want to have a decapitated Cyberman, or also one that has been split into 2, you can have that, which would be pretty good for figure adventures. Maybe you could have a Dalek exterminate the Cyberman and his head could go flying off. And his arms can do a 360 degree turn at the shoulders. Well, you have to turn the head around a bit if you want to do that. His hands can do a 360 degree turn from the wrists as well. He can turn 360 degrees at the waist pretty smoothly as well, and both the legs can move up from the top. Okay, so that is all for the detail and articulation of this character building Cyberman figure, and overall I think this is a good addition to my collection. I wouldn't say it's an excellent one, because I do think they could have added some more detail around the body to make it look a bit more accurate and a bit more interesting, but I think the work they've done on the figure just like this is absolutely fantastic. The little detail on the torso is absolutely brilliant, and I absolutely love the head sculpt for this figure. Articulation is absolutely fine in my opinion, and I would love to see a Good Man Goes to War Cyberman figure, which would be just the same as this, but without the Cybus chestplate, so then we could have a perfect Series 6 Cyberman figure to have in the collection. And if I was to give this character building Cyberman figure, a rating that of 5. I give it a 4 out of 5. The sculpting, the detail, articulation, and the paintwork are all very good, but I do think they could have spent. I do think this figure could have been a bit more detailed, and then I would have been a bit more happy with it. But it's a really great figure to have in the collection. It's definitely one of my favourites out of the character building villains we have so far. And that is pretty much it for this review, YouTubers. I think this has actually been quite a short review, but I don't really have much else to say about this figure. I also plan on reviewing a lot of the figures I never got around to reviewing from the previous years, like the 6th Doctor in Real Time, Dalek Collector Set 2, the Tesco Series 3 2009 exclusive figure set, and lots of the others that I never got around to reviewing, and I might review some of them in between now and when I get my first Series 6 figures. But that is pretty much all I have to say for this review, YouTubers. Once again, I think this is a very nice little character building figure, and now I shall go. Thanks for watching, YouTubers.